Oh,
that was a big hole.
That was a big hole.
No.
Oh. What's up, Lite Brite Nation? Now, if you've been following along on our channel, you'll know that last year my husband bought not one, not two, but five, count them, 5 box Jeep Liberties. Now, before any of you go and get your panties in a wad, I'm not saying that Jeep Liberties are shit boxes. I'm saying specifically the ones that he bought were all pretty much shit boxes. And the reason for that was kind of on purpose. He wanted to buy really inexpensive, super high mileage ones that we could kind of beat the crap out of and see what they were capable of. Because we had this whole plan to do a jalopy challenge, a Lite Brite jalopy challenge. The issue is when you buy Jeep Liberties with 200,000+ miles on them, turns out they break a lot. And by a lot, I mean every single time we drive them.
So yeah, like she said, we haven't really off-roaded it. We off-roaded this one and a silver one. This one had open diffs, and the silver one has a like a lunchbox. Yeah, it has an aux locker in the back, so it actually has a proper locker in it. The silver one did really well for having a locker in the back. So what we did on this one was we welded the rear diff.
Did a Miller welder.
Yeah, so a Miller locker. This one actually already had suspension lift and everything on it, which is why I bought it. We put the Nittos on it and welded the rear diff. So we're gonna go test it out today. But the thing is like every time we've driven any of the stock ones or this one, we have another one that the transmission went out. It's got a control arm bolt that went loose and it's all messed up. It's literally one thing after another where we haven't wanted to take them off road because
we're afraid they won't make it.
If it won't make it on road, how's it gonna make it off road? But I finally, it's nice out, it's spring, it's cool. We've got our friend Bill with his Rubicon Gladiator here, a diesel.
We have a recovery vehicle in case we need it, along with recovery gear.
Yeah, so that's the goal, is since this one has nice suspension in it and has now a Miller locker in the rear and the Nittos, brand new Nittos, we're gonna take it out. Now, this one rides really, really well, and I think I need more ground clearance than I need traction right now, so I'm not gonna air down. I'm gonna leave them at 30 PSI. And see how they do.
Because why not?
I can always air down more. I can always air down later, but I can't air back up because I didn't bring anything to air up.
We have no way to air it back up.
I have a portable compressor and I didn't bring it.
Basically, today is just a test to see if this one can survive the trail we're doing today, which today we're doing Rattlesnake Gulch.
And it's there's for smaller vehicles like this, I think it's gonna have some issues here.
For our Jeep, this is not a challenge. For my Bronco, this trail is not a challenge.
Very beautiful trail right in town.
A lot of river crossings right outside of town. Most vehicles probably pretty simple. For this one, who knows?
And there's a swimming hole. It's too cold today, but like in the middle of summer, if you go like halfway through the trail, there's a nice little swimming hole that you can hang out in.
It's really pretty. Too cold for that today. But the goal is just to see if this thing can survive the day or if it ends up having to be dragged out by our friend Bill. So we'll see. But again, we're doing Rattlesnake Gulch, and we will be tracking this entire trail today on Onyx Off-Road. So if any of you guys want to come out and relive this adventure, you can come out. We may do some side quests. We have no idea what the plan is other than hopefully being able to drive this thing back home. But I will include the GPX file for our entire journey today in the description below. So that way, any of you guys who want to come out and have fun, all you gotta do is go down there, click on that Onyx Off-Road GPX file, and you can come have fun. What are you doing?
I found something on the Liberty.
Oh God, already.
So the new Nitto Terra Grappler G3s, these are the new all-terrains, new pattern, new rubber, everything. So we're gonna see how these do.
We at least have an equipped tire.
We do, and then it has proper coil spring lift with an upper control arm that's made for the clearance and some, I guess, yeah, some Bilsteins. But what I had just noticed was this actually has a tow hitch up front and some recovery points, which these don't come with this. I'm assuming this maybe was a tow behind vehicle at some point. I don't know, but it's very nice to have because we actually have somewhere to pull this from if something happens. Now,
I feel like that's a really big if.
Yeah, now, this one I don't think has the skid plates. No, it just has a front diff skid plate. Some of these came equipped with transmission skid plates and gas tank skid plates and all kinds of skid plates, which I think the silver one does. This one does not. Rear gas tank is plastic and exposed.
Completely
exposed. The
exposed.
transmission is exposed. The transfer case is exposed. So you have to really, without putting something there, you have to really watch your tire placement if you're going over boulders.
Especially for the gas tank.
Yeah, like I don't know if you want to show. Okay, I was wrong. I have 5 Liberties. I can't keep them straight. So I don't have a trans or engine skid. It does have a T-case skid, and it does have the gas tank skid. So this one's pretty well equipped, actually. This one I don't have to worry much about, and now I'm glad I brought this one because, yeah, look at the gas tank.
I feel like you still have to worry about it.
Well, yeah, but So the gas tank's normally just right there in the back, so you come off a rock and you would puncture it, but this one does have the metal gas tank skid.
Because the gas tank underneath
It's plastic.
is just plastic.
So that's good news.
Now you can see here on Onyx Off-Road, Rattlesnake Gulch is already a map trail, which means there's a lot of information on it already. Kind of gives you the trail rating, the difficulty, how long it should take you, how long the trail itself is distance-wise, and it gives you some pretty decent information on here. Again, this trail does have quite a few river crossings. So with that in mind, this is one of those trails that you do want to kind of keep an eye on the weather, because it does have a river running through the entirety of the trail basically, and if we've had any flash floods or the river level is really high or anything like that, it's something you just want to keep in mind. We are in high desert and flash floods do happen.
Yeah, and it depends on how much snowfall we've gotten. If you go in the spring, sometimes this river in spots can be kind of deep. Shouldn't be anything too scary, but we had a really dry winter, so
really
right now
dry.
We'll show you the water level. It's probably pretty sadly low, to be honest.
Yeah, we did not have a great winter in southern Utah this year. So yeah, even though it's kind of cloudy and it's been sprinkling this morning, I don't expect the river to be really much of anything impressive. We've gone through sometimes where it's gone halfway up the Jeep or the Bronco doors. So just something to keep in mind if you're coming out to do this trail. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
So as soon as we got off-road, I started hearing this new freaking noise, and I've driven this vehicle before, never heard it. As soon as we get off-road, it's like, oh, we're off-road? No, I'm gonna like, myself now. Not those
It wasn't
noises.
not those noises.
Not
Those are all normal enough noises.
Yeah. Sounds like a drive shaft. Now that I hear it. Why is it only when I'm
You think
turning?
it sounds like a drive shaft?
Sort of. Sounds.
It's only when you're
No,
turning.
That's when I'm turning. It's the CV. So hopefully that doesn't take a crap.
So CV probably.
Probably.
Just don't worry. We're just not going to worry about that right now unless it gets worse. If it gets really worse, then we'll worry about it.
If it gets worse, it's going to be the end of it. Like, it's going to literally be, that is as worse as it gets until
it stops.
Until it's...
And when it stops making the noise, then you can worry. 'Cause that means it's probably gone. I do love the diesels. Thank goodness this has a welded diff now.
Yeah, I don't think I would have had to send it. I tried to crawl it just to see, and it pretty much...
And I'll try to film a video later when we're off the trail, if we get off the trail, of this thing turning on concrete. So we're very familiar with welded diffs in vehicles. Obviously, we have drift cars. But that being said, normally a vehicle with a welded diff, you don't really think much of it. It just, you get used to it chirping on concrete. But I'm not gonna lie, this thing chirping on concrete earlier this morning, driving it here, does not inspire confidence.
It just sounds and feels terrible.
It sounds and it feels like something's gonna snap or break at any second.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like the noise is getting worse?
Maybe we should have a quick look at it before we start the trail.
Which is worth mentioning. We haven't even really made it to the trail part. We're about to actually drop in where the river is. This whole time, it's still technically part of the trail, but it's more the beginning to get to the main part of the trail. So we're not even really to the more difficult parts yet.
I mean, you could just come right here and have lunch. It's a beautiful spot, and there's trees on the river.
One of very many on this trail, and the river level it's definitely low. It's not nothing, but it's definitely low compared to other times we've been here.
I'm stomping on a dead mouse, or a almost dead mouse, or something. I don't know what's happening down there. It's a mouse on a roller coaster is what this is.
This vehicle is like Kevin's worst nightmare when it comes to like noises. He hates noises. But we'll say the interior is actually
rattle free,
pretty quiet. It's all the important stuff, the mechanical stuff,
like
that's making noise.
Like if there's something loose in the back of the Jeep and going down the highway or something, and it's like buzzing or rattling or something, I
It'll make
can't.
me crawl back
She
there
has to go find it.
to go make it stop. In this case, the interior is actually pretty impressively silent. Yeah, no, it's just all the other stuff that is doing. So you can, at this point, you can drive up the river and you can come out that way, or you can go through this, which isn't hard, but for the Jeep Liberty potentially could be. So far so good. Yeah. I can hear this, yeah. Oh, that's fine. Good job.
I mean, it's so light, it really does it. And I'm not aired down. Remember, I'm still like 35 PSI.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's good.
yeah,
It is lightweight.
See what Bill's doing.
Woo.
These things.
I know. Gotta take that wide turns.
Maybe I need to look up some of these like parts, rotating parts that could break easily and like put fresh ones in them. Because this does have 197,000 miles. Look, this isn't a Wrangler. This isn't a Wrangler built for off-roading, and going up that, yeah, it's nothing hard for say a Rubicon or maybe a Sport with a locker or something, but this is, and it's IFS, but it makes it fun to go on these just
Moderate trails.
yeah, it's light to moderate trails
On a
and it
less
makes them
capable
somewhat-
vehicle.
It makes it somewhat challenging, even though that hasn't even been challenging yet. I'm just worried if we get to somewhere where I have to send it and I bounce
And snap
I
something.
snap something, because this does have really long shocks and springs, and it's maxing out the CVs for sure, and that's like the biggest worry and issue.
So this is probably one of the hardest little climb downs, as you can see. Not too crazy, but for Liberty, maybe. Oh, yeah, you're good. Woo! That made me jump.
Yeah, and I think I need some skip plates.
Woo! I don't know how, but we've run in to a bunch of traffic. Oh no. I think that Jeep Wrangler is stuck. Oh, there's a puppy dog. And that Toyota is about to pull him out. Looks like they are pulling winch line. They're free. Now we have to decide which way we want to go. That Wrangler is struggling. There's a big rock in the water there somewhere. So obviously we can stay in the river, which is a little bit more technical, but there's also little bypasses that go up and around that way. You might have to hit that with a little more momentum. You got a big hole on your back right and some rocks in front of you. Oh, ooh, that tire's almost buried. Yeah! Yeah! Send it! Yeah! Work it, baby! Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about that rock. It's fine. Send it. Woo! That was sick.
Try not to splash it.
Do what?
The light weight of this thing really shows.
Yeah, just how
going
light, yeah.
through stuff, it's crazy how light it is, and the only reason it works is because it's like so light.
Wheelbase. Quit stopping, pop over. There you go. Oh, nope. Oh! Don't fucking balance, break balance.
Wait, what are you doing? This is slippery. That one's gonna be super slippery. You're not gonna.
That's not gonna work.
These are really slippery.
Okay, then please let it back up. Keep going. Right.
Right there.
Right there.
Stop.
Right there. Wait, hold on.
Just jump on.
You know what I'm doing?
Come on, Huey.
Watch your fingers in the bed so it doesn't pinch. It's not even that serious. You can jump down, Brett. Why are you making all these noises? You're not even 35 yet.
I'm old.
Jeez.
I got deep. Woo! Good job.
This thing, it really, you just kind of turn the wheel a little bit, keep the tires turning.
Inspiring more and more confidence as we wheel it.
Yeah, I just wish it had critical new components. Like drive shafts, you know, CVs. Just critical, you know, rear axle shaft's probably fine.
Rather than 200,000 mile ones.
Yeah, that's it. That's my only, like, I'm being very delicate, but it, excuse me. It just like bounces its way between and over and through the rocks. Oh, that was a big hole.
That was a big hole.
No,
Oh,
that was a big hole.
that was a big hole. We're good. Back out of it. Try to avoid the big hole. Maybe. I think you got it. Unless the rear goes in it. Oh. Up. Got one tire fire in the front. Come a little more my way. Yeah. Oh. You. It was that rock right there that he was hitting. Oh! No, that's a big hole. Come this way just a little bit. Oh! Yeah, come more this way. A little more. There you go. Yeah, you can straighten out. There you go. Holy crap, that was a really big hole.
I was talking about during the summer. These are normally crystal clear pools of water. Cool, not very cold in the summer, but still cool enough to cool you off when it's 110 out here. But we've gotten rain over the past 2 days, so this is really murky.
It's really muddy, and also the water level, like we said, we had a dry winter. The water level's really low. Usually it's pretty high, and these areas over here are pretty high, and it's a cool place to kind of drop into, hang out, swim for a little bit before you keep on going around the trail. Look at that. Bill said nope. Can confirm that the skid plate on the gas tank skid plate, is also coming in major handy so far on this trail. Bill might have hit a tree. Not hard, like he kind of crunched into it because he's trying to pivot. Wait, stop moving. There he goes. He's got to pivot around that rock. And he pivoted right into the tree.
Didn't want to go that way. Guess we're going this way.
Woohoo!
Sometimes you don't get to pick the line picks you. Did it.
It survived, and it did better than survived. It actually performed extremely well. And Liberty aside, I do have to give another big shout out to the Nitto tires on this thing.
Yeah, those are the Terra Grappler G3s that we took the silver one up into the snow and the ice, which did really well.
Did great in the
and
snow
now
and the
we're
ice.
in mud and rocks and the river
water
and I mean they've
they're
done
still
really
at
well.
30 to 35-ish PSI somewhere in there, and 100% did fantastic. The Liberty itself obviously did more than fantastic.
Yeah, and the IFS on this thing, kind of a game changer with boulders and stuff because I was able to just drive it like a side-by-side
Split
and
it down the middle.
the rocks, and then the rear diff would kind of just slide one side of the rock to the other. So that was actually pretty cool. No front locker, and it really didn't, like, I never got to a spot where it needed one. And this isn't an extreme trail, but it's wet and it's muddy and it has, its challenges.
But yeah, overall, I would say, I don't know about 10 out of 10, but like...
I mean, look, I would prefer that because I actually had to pay attention and I had fun. And the stepchild, I don't even look on a trail like this. I mean, the Gladiator, he did great too, but there were spots he had to like pay attention because
it's not a heavily built Gladiator.
Right,
he's on 37s. He's got like a few modifications
37?
done, but for the most part, it's a pretty basic build still. But it honestly, my expectations started here at the beginning of the trail.
Yeah, I was like 2 out of 10.
They ended up here. Yeah, it started at a 2 out of 10, ended up like a 7.5 out of 10.
I mean,
it was fun.
It made the trail fun and interesting.
And again, as far as the trail itself goes, Rattlesnake Gulch, we did track the entire thing, including getting all the way to Tokerville Falls, and we're going to track it until we get off the pavement. That way, any of you guys who want to come out here and have a good time, this is an easy enough trail that you can make it in basically any type of stock four-wheel drive vehicle. Well, stock Wrangler, at least.
That's lifted on 31 and a half.
A decently modified Liberty.
Yeah.
Barreled through it just fine, but I will include the Onyx off-road GPX file in the description below for anyone who wants to come out here and have a blast themselves. It's a really pretty drive too.
You can run it either way. You can
Yes.
run it from where we're leaving, or you can run it from where we ran it. You can do it
Either direction
way.
is
I like
completely
going
fine.
up the river instead of down the river. That's just me. I don't know.
It's total preference. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. Guys, as always, we love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah. We didn't film much of it, but it did start raining right at the last few minutes as we were coming out. And somehow the road out was way muddier than the river crossings themselves. So now we gotta go wash this thing. Ugh.